Hey, what's up guys? I'm Johnny. Welcome to the bunker. Recently, I had been looking for a compact circular saw, something not as bulky or heavy as my 7¼ inch circular saw. So I found a few compact saws. I researched and compared the specifications, the prices, and I had a certain budget, so I didn't want to spend too much, but I wanted to get the most for my money. And after watching a few YouTube videos, I saw that there was a lot of hype around this Bauer 4½ inch compact circular saw from Harbor Freight. So because of the price, I decided to go with the Bauer 4½ inch compact circular saw. I got it for a great deal, guys. The different brands that I saw were averaging at about $60 to $80. I actually got this saw brand new for $39.99. I'll tell you a bit later how I got it for such a low price. The regular price on this was $69.99. So the only way to find out if the hype is real about this compact saw is to unbox it and test it out. So make sure you stick around so we can find out. I'm pretty excited about this saw, so let's go ahead and unbox it. All right, on the box here it says the blade size is 4½ inches, the arbor is 3/8 of an inch, blade speed up to 3,500 RPM, maximum depth of cut is 1.7 inches, so that means it'll cut through a 2x4 or any 2x material. Depth of cut at 9 degrees, again 1.7 inches. Weight of this saw is 5.6 pounds. It says one-handed versatility, easy plunge cuts, 5.8 amp motor, and it's a rear driven motor. It comes with a 4½ inch by 24 tooth carbide tip blade. Easy bevel adjustments up to 45 degrees and 15 degree increments. Reinforced shoe with integrated dust port and ruler guide to provide clean and accurate cuts. Let's find out, guys. We have an instruction manual, the dust port attachment, and by the way, it also has a 6-foot cord. We got the edge guide. Then we got the saw itself. It feels pretty good. It feels nice and balanced. It'll balance right there. And again, it's a rear motor driven saw. It's got the lower blade guard. It's plastic, but it's heavy duty. It feels good. And the shoe feels nice and sturdy. Doesn't feel flimsy. This is the bevel adjustment right here. And this one here is for your depth adjustment. And just tighten it with this knob right here. It feels good, guys, and it also has a safety button, so you have to press this button before you can power it on. So that's it right there. It's a nice saw. It's lighter than a 7¼ inch circular saw, but it still feels heavy enough to where it feels durable. For 39 bucks, that's a great deal, guys. This is the blade right here. It's supposed to have an Allen wrench right here, and I don't see it. Maybe it's in the box. Yeah, here it is, guys, right here. So this goes in here. You can store it there so you don't lose it. Let's go ahead and install the blade. Press the spindle lock button, which is on this side, right here. To loosen it, you have to go clockwise. All right, it's nice and tight. This Bauer goes for $69.99 at Harbor Freight. The way that I got this at $39.99 was that I paid for a membership that they offer. It's called a track membership, and you get deals offered to you frequently. So I signed up for their email ads. They send me all the deals of the month so you can see what's being offered at a lower price to track members. The membership will cost you $29.99, $30 for a whole year. Now you can recoup those $30 sometimes with one purchase, which is what happened with this Bauer saw. It was $69.99, but a couple months ago they were offering it to members for $39.99. So that was $30 off the regular price, which pretty much paid for the membership. So if you frequently go to Harbor Freight, that membership might be ideal for you, so you can save some money. Now, as far as the reviews on this Bauer saw, there was 994, almost 1,000 reviews on their website under this product. 719 of those comments were 5-star reviews, and only 18 were 1-star reviews. So let's test it out so we can find out if the hype is real. So let's do that. By the way, guys, I also got a Diablo blade, 4½ inch, 36 tooth. This is a fine finish blade. I'm gonna cut with the Bauer blade and also with the Diablo just to see the difference. To start with, I'm gonna cut through this 2x4 since the saw says it's got a max depth cut of 1.7 inches. So it should cut through this 2x4 just fine. The bevel is right on 0. So it should be nice and square. Looks square. So let's hook it up, connect it. Let's see what happens. Pretty good. That's the Bauer blade. It was able to cut right through the 2x4. It's a little bit of a rough finish with this blade, with the factory blade. Now we're cutting through 3/4 inch plywood with the Bauer blade. That was a good cut. It just feels a little rough with this blade. I don't know, we'll see how it feels with the Diablo blade. But yeah, there's a lot of sawdust coming out right through this area right here. So why don't we try the dust collection adapter, which is this one right here. I'm gonna hook it up to my shop vac. This goes right in here. And you all saw how much sawdust was coming off. It's pretty messy. You can see right here on the floor. So let's get the shop vac. Gonna hook it up right here. It did pretty good. Still some sawdust. I just think this hose is a bit too narrow. Diameter's too small, but it works, you know. If you want to hook it up to your shop vac, it does the job. Now we're going to replace the Bauer blade with the Diablo blade. Okay, now we got the Diablo blade in. I'm going to plug in the saw. And since we have it set for the 3/4 inch plywood, let's go ahead and cut through the 3/4 inch plywood. It didn't bog down at all with the Bauer blade. It's got pretty good power. You know, it feels good. It's comfortable in the hand. Let's see what it's like with the Diablo. That was a very smooth cut, guys, with the Diablo blade. There's a big difference. Now let's set it up for the 2x4 again. Okay, the depth is set to cut the 2x4, so we're using the Diablo blade. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Perfect. Let's see how square it is. That's nice and square, guys. That looks great. Well, it didn't bog down at all. This is a really good saw for $39.95. Well, regular price is $69.95, but for $39.95, I think it was a steal. Like I said, it's just the right weight. It doesn't feel awkward in your hands. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. So yeah, I think it's a really good saw for the money. So there it is, guys. That was the Bauer 4.5 inch compact circular saw. I got it for $39.95. Regular price is $69.95. Honestly, it's a really good saw. Nice and compact, not so bulky or heavy as a 7.25 inch circular saw. But you also saw it cuts really well. It doesn't bog down. It's got plenty of power. It feels nice and balanced in your hand. I probably would not use it for any accurate cutting. Maybe for some rough cutting or breaking down plywood. Whenever you don't want to pull out your heavy and bulky 7.25 inch circular saw, this will do the job. Or if you're a homeowner and you're having to do something in the attic or a tight space or enclosed spaces, this saw would be ideal for something like that. So I do recommend the Bauer compact circular saw. So as you saw in the thumbnail, this was a win or bin tool review. So in this case, I'm gonna give it a win. If you're interested in this saw, I'll put the link in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And with all that said, I want to thank you for watching. Y'all take it easy. And remember, exercise your right to bear tools. Over and out.